In today's video, we are going to look into the Keystage 2 2019 SATs test, paper 1 arithmetic. Now let's move to the question 1. What is equal to 6000 plus 90? You work out 6000 and the 90. All right, you add together. So 0, 9, 0, 6. So the answer is 6090. Now let's move on to the second one. 8275 plus 82 is equal to what? So this is going to be the normal one. You add 82 to this 8275. So you get 5 plus 2, 7. And 7 and 8 is 15. Alright, the 1 is carry over and 1 and 2 is 3 and the leftover 8. So the answer is 8357. Move on to the third question. 826 is equal to 800 plus what plus 6? So when you look at this number 826, this can be splitted as 800 and 20 and a 6. When you look at this right side of this equation, you have this 800 here, all right, and you have the 6 here. So what is left is 20. So 20 is the answer. Moving on to question 4. What plus 5 is equal to 341? So in order to find the unknown, what you move? You move this plus 5 to the other side. So it becomes minus 5. So 341 minus 5. 1 doesn't go. 34 will become 33 and this becomes 11. So 11 minus 5 is 6 and you have the leftover 33. Okay. So the answer is 336. Alright. Now the fifth question. 9 times 41 is equal to what? So this is the normal multiplication. 41 times 9. So 1 times 9 is 9 and 9 fours are 36. So the answer is 369. Moving to question number 6. 5.87 plus 3.123. So this is basically a decimal addition. So what you need to do is you need to align the decimals properly. Alright. So when I align properly, I need to put 0 here. Fine. So when I add, it's going to be 3, 7 plus 2, 9, 8 plus 1, again 9, 5 plus 3 is 8. So the answer is 8.993. Let's move to the 7th question. 180 divided by 3. So basically you divide by 3. So how much times 3 is 18? It is 6 times and you add the 0. So the answer is 60. Now moving on to the next 8th question. 120 divided by 12. This is so simple. 1 times 12 is 12 and you add the 0 and becomes 10. Now let's move on to the 9th question. 213 times 0. So any number times 0 is always a 0. So the answer is 0. Moving on to the 10th. 91 divided by 7. So I put 91 inside and I'm going to divide 91 by 7. So I take the 9. So 1 times 7 is 7. So balance is 2, 1. I bring the 1 down and becomes 21. So 3 7s are 21. Alright. So I get the answer as 13. 11th question. What is equal to 87 minus 65? So basically this is a subtraction. So when you subtract 87, 7 minus 5, 2. Again 8 minus 6, 2. So the answer is 22. 12th question. 602 minus what is equal to 594? Basically this unknown you move it to the other side so that you keep just the unknown. So it will be 602 is equal to the unknown. Since this is a negative sign here, it moves to the other side as positive. And I move this 594 to the left side. So 594 is a positive. When it moves to the left, it becomes minus 594. Alright. So in order to find the unknown, you put 602 minus 594. So you subtract. 2 doesn't go in 4. 2 minus 4 we cannot do. So I less 1 from 60. It becomes 59. And the 2 becomes 12. So I'm left with 8 plus 4 is 12. So I have 8. And 8 is the answer. 13th question, 1210 divided by 11. So when I look in 121, this number goes in 11 times table, which is 1 times 11 is 11 and 11 times 11 is 121, and I have the leftover 0. So the answer is 110. And now the 14th question, 25.34 times 10. So whenever you're multiplying by 10, you're moving the decimal place one decimal to the right. It's becoming a bigger number. So the answer is 253.4. 15th question, 60 divided by 30 minus 24. So whatever is in the brackets first, you do this. So 30 minus 24 is 6. And then 60 divided by 6. That is equal to 10. 16th question, 3 cube. So it is 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 cube is 27. Now the 17th question, 101 times 1000. So this is a whole number. When you multiply a whole number by 1000, you just add the 3 zeros to the end of the number. So this becomes 101 and 3 zeros. The 18th question, 20% of 3000. So we all know 1% of 100 is 1, right? So 1% of 3000 is equal to 30. All right. So what is 20%? 20% is 30 times 20. This is 600. And that's your answer. 7 minus 2.25. So this is basically a decimal subtraction. So you need to align the decimals properly. So when you align, you have 7.00 minus 2.25. So since this is 0, I'm going to make this take away. This becomes 9 and this becomes 1. Alright. So 10 minus 5 is 5 and then 9 minus 2 7. 6 minus 2 is 4. So the answer is 4.75. And then the 20th question, 0.9 divided by 100. So when you divide by 100, you move the decimal place to the left. It becomes even a smaller number. So since there are two zeros, you move two decimal places to the left. So it becomes 0.009. 9 minus 1.9. All right. So we have 1.9 here in the number line and you have 2 next to it, right? Okay, that's a whole number, so I'm using this 2. And then till 9 you need to find out. Okay, so we know the difference between 2 and 9, it is 7. Okay, so and then you need to find the difference between 1.9 and this 2, which is 0.1. So when you add these difference together, they're adding 0.1 and the 7 together, so it becomes 7.1. Question 22. 1 3 by 7 minus 4 by 7. So this is a mixed number. So I'm going to change this into a improper fraction. So 1 times 7 is 7 and plus 3, it becomes 10 by 7 and minus 4 by 7. So you have in 23, 836 times 27. So how you can do is you can split this 27 as 20 and 7. All right. So first I'm going to multiply 836 by 20. Then I'm going to multiply 836 by 7 and I'm going to add these both. All right. So when I multiply 836 by 20, okay, so there is a 0 there. So I add the 0 at the end and I multiply. Fine. So 6 times 2 is 12. 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7. 8 2s are 16. So this is the answer. And when I multiply 836 by 7, I get 6 sevens are 42, 3 sevens are 7 threes are 21, plus 4 which is 25, and 7 eights are 56 plus 2 which is 58. Now I add these both together, so I put this number below this for easy addition. I add 0 plus 2 is 2, 5 plus 2 7, 7 and 8 is 15, and then 6 plus 1 7 plus 5 is 12, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer is 2, 2, 5, 7, 2. Question number 24. So 1 by 5 plus 3 by 4. So you take the common LCM, 5 times 4 is 20. Now you cross multiply this, 1 times 4 is 4. And then you cross multiply 3 times 5 is 15. And you add these both. So you get 19 by 20. Question number 25. 888 divided by 37. So as you can see, 37 times 2 is 74. So I put 2 here and I put 74. Alright, so 8 minus 4 is 4. 8 minus 7 is 1, and I put the 8 here. Since it ends in 8, so something times 7 should ends in 8. So maybe I can try for 37 times 4. Since 7 times 4 ends in 8, which is 28. And 4 threes are 12 plus 2, which is 14. So which matches the same number. So the answer is 24. Since 4 times 37 is 148, and the answer is 24. 26th question. So 1 by 5 plus 2, 1 by 10. Looking at these fractions are so intimidating. So maybe we can try with the decimal, which is quite easy. So I'm going to convert this fraction, which is 1 by 5, into a decimal. So when you really divide by 1 divided by 5, this doesn't go, so you put a 0 point, and then 10 goes in 5, which is 2 times 5 is 10. Alright, so 1 by 5 is nothing but 0.2, and 1 plus 0.2 is 1.2. Alright, and this one, when you turn it into a decimal, 1 by 10 is 0.1, and this 2 plus 0.1, it is 2.1. So when you add this, it is 3.3. So since it is represented in a fraction, you should write the answer in fraction. So 3.3, which is 0.3, is nothing but 3 by 10. All right, and you have 3. So the answer is 3 by 10. 27. What is 35% of 320? We know that 1% of 100 is 1. So 1% of 320 is 3.2. All right. So what is 3% of 320? You multiply 3.2 by 3, which is 9.6. Okay. So what will be 30%? You just multiply by 10. So this becomes 96. Since I multiply 9.6 by 10. So it is 96. Then what will be 5%? So 5% is this number multiplied by 5. So 3.2 multiplied by 5 is 3.2 multiplied by 5 is 16. So 5% is 16. So 35% means you're adding these 30 and 5% together. So 96 plus 16. So 6 plus 6 is 12. You put the 1 carryover. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So the answer is 112. Question 28. So 8 by 9 minus 1 by 4. So what you will do, you will take a common LCM, which is 9 times 4 is 36. All right. And then you multiply these both. So 8 fours are 32 minus 1 time 9 is 9. So 32 minus 9, which is 23 by 36. So the answer is 23 by 36. On to question number 29. 51% of 900. So 900, so half is 50%, right? So half of 900 is 450. That's well known. Now we need to find the 1%. So we know 1% of 100 is 1. So 1% of 900 is 9. All right. So you just need to add these both together to get the total 51%. So it becomes 450 plus 9, which is nothing but 459, and that's your answer. So simple, you need not use the fraction part or the normal method. Moving on to question number 30. 3468 times 62. So I'm going to do the same like we did in the previous question. So 62, I'm going to split it into 60 and a 2. And I'm going to multiply 3468 by 60, and then again going to multiply 3468 by 2. So when I multiply 3468 by 60, I put the 0, which is an added 0 at the end. And 6 times 8 is 48. 6 6 or 36 plus 4, which is 40. All right. And 6 4s are 24 plus 4, which is 28. 6 3s are 18 plus 2, which is 20. All right. Now I'm going to multiply 3468 by 2. So 3468 by 2, which is nothing but 8 2s are 16, 6 2s are 12 plus 1 13, 4 2s are 8 plus 1 9, and 3 2s are 6. So I'm going to add these both together. So I'm going to align it properly for easier addition. So 6 9 3 6, you add together 6, 8 plus 3 is 11, and 1 plus 9 10, 9 plus 6 is 15. Have 1 and then the 2. So the answer is 215,016. 2 by 3 divided by 3. So this is quite hard, looks hard, but that's easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the fraction 2 by 3, and you're going to flip this right side part, which is divide by 3. I'm going to make it into multiply by. If you change the sign, then the number is going to be flipped. So since 3, when it is flipped, it becomes 1 by 3. Now it's easier to do. So it becomes 2 times 1, you just multiply the numerator separately and multiply the denominator separately. When you multiply it, 2 times 1 is 2, and then divided by 3 times 3 is 9. So 2 by 9 is the answer. 32nd question, which is 2.5 minus 3 by 4. So you might be wondering, you need to change these into improper fraction, and then again find the LCM of both, and then find the subtraction, and then again find the answer. But that's not required. You just need to find the equivalent decimal for this fraction. So 1 by 2 is nothing but half, which is 0.5. All right. So 2 and the 0.5 is nothing but 2.5. Now let's move to this part. 3 by 4, it's as usual, we know 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. All right. So we are going to reduce these decimals, subtract these both. So when I align it properly according to the decimal point, 0 minus 5 doesn't go. So I reduce 1 and I carry over that. So it becomes 10 minus 5, 5. And then again 4 doesn't go, so this becomes 1 and this becomes 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. And 1.75, and that's the answer. So 1.75, you cannot write like this, because since it is a fraction, you should represent the answer as well in a fraction. So 0.75, we know this is going to be 3 by 4. All right. So what is left? 1. So the answer is 1 3 by 4. The third question, 36% of 450. 1% of 450 is 4.5. So 1% is 4.5. So what will be 3%? 4.5 times 3, which is 13.5. All right. So what will be 30%? You just multiply by 10. So I move the decimal place to the right. So 13.5 will become 135. All right. And now we need to find 6%. Since we need 36%, we have 30%. So what is 6% is nothing but 4.5 times 6. That is 27. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to add 135 and this 27. All right. So when I add 135 and 27, it is equal to 36%. So I get 162. And that's your answer. 34th question. 1 3 by 4 times 10. So if you multiply, so here, if you change this fraction, it becomes 1.75 since 3 by 4 is 0.75 and you have a 1, so it becomes 1.75. And here times 10. So when you multiply by 10, you move the decimal point to the right. You get a bigger number. So the answer is going to be 17.5. Since it's expressed as a fraction, you need to express this as a fraction as well. So when you change this 0.5 into a fraction, 0.5 is nothing but half. All right. And what you have, the number, whole number is 17. So 17 and a half is your answer. 35th question, 5 by 6 times 540. So this one you can do it straight away. 1 times 6 is 6 and what times 6 is 54. 9 times 6 is 54. All right. So what you have left with is 5 times 90. So 9 times 5 is 45 and you put the 0. So answer is 450. 36th question. 8051 divided by 83. So we know 1 times 83 is you cannot do. So 83 times 10, it becomes 830, but we have 805. So let me try 83 times 9. So when I try that, I get 747. All right. So I'm going to put 9 here and 747. And when I reduce, so 5 minus 7 doesn't go. So I change the 79 to 79. And I take the 1 here and 15, it becomes 15. So 7 minus 15 minus 7, you have 8. And then 79 minus 74 is 5. And then you bring down the 1, it becomes 581. So it's a 83. So 83 times what ends with the number 1? So maybe I can say 83 something, 83 times 7. I can get a number that ends with 1. So 7 times 3 is 21, which ends with 1. 7 eighths of 56 plus 2, which is 58. So I have the same number here, which matches. So 83 times 7 is 581. And so I get the answer to be 97. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.